Hi, this is Steve Young for the Co Roundtable. I'm recording this thought on May 26, 2022, many weeks after Russia, at the direction of its president, Vladimir Putin, invaded a neighboring country, Ukraine. And this has drawn the attention of probably everybody in the world on various levels. One of the levels that I think is worth reflecting, which has come to my mind, is pessimism about the capacity of people like us, human beings, to be moral. We talk about, at the Co Roundtable, moral capitalism. We talk about ethics. We also, we understand we live with law. But one of the points that I've sort of had to deal with, frankly, over a number of years is skeptics who say capitalism, it's all about money, it's all about power, it's all about greed. Ethics really doesn't have a role. Morality doesn't have a role. Well, with Putin's invasion of the Ukraine, we have maybe a case in point. It doesn't seem that Putin and his advisors and his power structure thought very much about the ethics or the morality of invading somebody else's country. And so what should we do? Should we retain our optimism, our expectations of people that they be ethical, that they be moral, that they show concern for others, that they restrain themselves, that they understand their use of power is conditioned on some kind of care or concern, that there's some sort of duty maybe associated with your use of money, with your use of political power? Are we on the dark side of philosophy with Thomas Hobbes, Mozart in China, other people, Nietzsche maybe, who just argued everything is about power, a will to power? As Hobbes said, the life of us people is solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short. Or are we on a different side? Can we have the expectation of Jesus Christ, maybe of the Buddha, of Mencius in China, of John Locke, of Abraham Lincoln, who talked about the better angels of our natures? Or are we somewhere in the middle? Or does it depend on circumstances and the people we're dealing with? I tend to be on the optimistic side, but with a sense of caution that we have to work at it. That being ethical, being moral, having a moral sense is possible. Many people have done it over the millennia of years, but we have to work on it. They have to work on it. Their parents worked on them when they were children. It's a work, it's a task, it's a process, it's a journey. And so at the same time, I get dispirited and disheartened when I see things like Russia invading here, when I see people with money not care about poor people, when I see that bad products are distributed and, the distributors don't seem to care about the consequences. Really, it is a question of learning to care about consequences and having confidence and faith in ourselves that we can be good and that we can make a difference for good. I think the other point is that if we look at politics, and Putin's invasion, like most wars, are sort of, as Clausewitz, the great writer on war from Germany at the time of Napoleon, talked about, war is an extension of politics. He said war is politics by other means. And politics is a cauldron. Sometimes I think it's a boiling cauldron of interests, of emotions, of prejudices, of aspirations, of insincerity. And so when we're looking at a hot cauldron, we maybe need to take some special precautions. And so our international community actually, a long time ago, came up with a rule that says aggression is against international law. And we have a case now of aggression. But will there be appropriate consequences?